Sup, it's LactateLactate, and today I'm bringing you episode 6 of Classes to Make You Lactate, my mini-series in which I break down the classes that I like to use. Today is a sort of special episode because today I'm using my sort of objective-based class. So this is a class I tend to whip out, as we are when we're doing what we're doing now, when we're playing team tactical, or any sort of time at the beginning of matches. I use it a lot to sort of capture flags and plant bombs and stuff like that, and it works really, really well. So I thought I'd share that with you. This game is nothing beast or anything like that. Basically, we were playing team tactical as a party of 4, and we stumbled across this lobby in which we were playing against another 4, I think, 4 guys. And they actually had some competitive gaming experience, and were playing to win, basically. So I sort of, as you see at the beginning of the match, sort of try to get my ACO out, because the original plan was just to spawn trap them in A or C, preferably A, but whatever. And it soon became apparent that that wasn't going to happen. That we needed to sort of pull together, and I needed to get my Riot Shield on and work the objective to secure the win, basically. I'm not going to edit or mess the clip around because I just feel like the whole gameplay sort of shows what happened, because it was very back and forth. This game, it was quite close. We did manage to pull off the win. Sorry to ruin the surprise, but we did manage to pull off the win but it took a lot of teamwork, and this class I'm going to break down here for you today really sort of is the epitome really of a team orientated class. Now basically, so the class itself. So what I use is the Riot Shield, the G18 Akimbo is my secondary. Then I use Blast Shield, Smoke, Marathon, Lightweight, and in this class I'm using Ninja, but generally I'll use Sit Rep now these days. Now obviously the Riot Shield has its obvious advantages of generally it's going to make you a lot harder to shoot. I think everyone's got experiences of people just sort of shooting or knifing through your Riot Shield, which is sort of a bit of a down on the class, but it makes it a lot harder, and it's definitely a lot harder than it would be if that you didn't have that class. And how's that not a double kill? Fucking Simon, I think, stealing it. but yeah. So obviously you're going to be a much harder target to shoot at, and if you're standing on a flag, the enemy's going to need to get around you really, and that's sort of where Smoke and Blast Shield come in. I throw my smoke down if I'm going to capture a flag or plant a bomb or whatever. If I want to, make myself harder to see. Flashes and stuns are really useful and stuff if you're running about. But if you're sitting in one place, you want to throw that smoke down. So even though the enemy, has a general idea of where you are, they can't pinpoint find you and shoot you dead. And as you see there, I've made the decision to go back from my ACR class and say, alright, I'm going to stick it out with my objective class. So obviously that's the benefits of the Riot Shield. I think everyone knows what a Riot Shield's good and what's good for. I also find that being with a Riot Shield, as you'll see in this gameplay, be very aggressive with it. I don't sit back and go, oh, don't shoot me. I just get in their face and start trying to bash them down. And a lot of times people are really unnerved when you do that. People don't expect that. So another thing you'll notice me doing is I engage my Blast Shield when I'm on the flag. That's just because the amount of pricks that lay claymores and throw, I suppose throwing Semtexes onto your flag is not too bad, but sit there waiting to throw a Semtex, or sitting there with a grenade launcher. It's probably the most common use, of my Blast Shield. It works, It's not like I must say with grenade launchers, they still tend to find a way, because if they tube around the side of me, obviously I don't think the blast Shield affects like me on a 360 sort of perimeter range, but it does affect the front of me at least, and it does make me a lot harder to grenade launch and to explode basically, and that's obviously a tremendous help. So I just stick the Blast Shield and the Smoke on, throw that down together with my Riot Shield, and I find that almost every time I can cap the flag, and you'll see me cap the flag plenty of times in this gameplay. As my secondary, I've got the G18 Akimbo, which I'm using expertly right now, if I may say so myself, not that expertly, but oh wow, we're triple capped. But yeah, sorry. You get to see, as I said, it was a back and forth gameplay the whole way. So as you see now, wait for him to reload to get my G18s. That's called the Drizz. That wasn't the best example of it there, but that's a technique coined by Drizz. He likes to use it in search and destroy lobbies, where he'll sit, with his Riot Shield, and the second that the enemy sort of hesitates or goes to reload or whatever, he'll get out. It's normally Magnum Akimbos, and there's a Claymore, and mow the other enemy down. Something that we've all sort of taken on, because it's funny how often people, when they see a Riot Shield, just shoot at you. I don't really understand it, but people have a tendency to act weird around Riot Shield shielders because they aren't very common. Generally, people just don't know how to deal with them. And obviously, if you do know how to deal with a Riot Shield, it's not too difficult. But most people don't. And if you Riot Shield effectively, it's a really good way of playing. I'm actually trying to teach myself the X-Cal sort of quick double knife method, where I think you Y out throwing your Semtex or equipment or whatever. And I need to teach myself that really, but it is quite a tricky little trick to learn. But I think once I learn it, my Riot Shield is just going to go from strength to strength. And I like to upload more Riot Shield gameplays. If this is something that you guys like watching, maybe when I'm not playing competitively, when I'm in a public match, maybe trying to get a big score with a Riot Shield, that's something I might consider. But yeah, that's basically the class. Other than that, I've got my marathon. That's generally to get to the to points quickly, to be able to move around, because obviously it's really important. No point having bling, scavenger, or sleight of hand, is there really? So marathon's pretty much the only way to go. In terms of my green perk, in this game I'm using ninja, and now I use sit rep. It's give or take, but I find sit rep I can see things like the claymores on the flags by the bomb sites a lot easier. And also people, as I said, they like to throw their semtexes at you. If they hear that you're losing B or whatever, this guy gets destroyed. Sorry, just gonna off the edge. But yeah, and people like to throw semtex onto the flags and stuff. So you can see the semtex and sort of angle your shield at the semtex and sort of take the blast, and it's not going to affect you as much. So that's one other little trick I like to do. So sit rep's kind of important on this class. As for the red perk, there's actually a little sort of debate here. Now, generally, I'll run with lightweight because I tend to use this class most often at the beginning of domination matches, and it just helps me get to the flag first. I can cap the flag, and then once I've eventually die, I can switch back to my normal class. But we've got the map control and position that we need and that we want, and that's ultimately what I'm trying to achieve. However, if I would say running this class, maybe a bit longer, like the whole game, like I am kind of right here, I would also sort of recommend using cold-blooded because it throws people off. Cold-blooded, always people rely on their radar. People get a UAV, and even if they're aware there's a cold-blooded guy about, they still trust it. And if the other team's getting a lot of UAVs or or whatever, it's basically going to make you immune to them, isn't it? And that's always a good thing. It's interesting because when there's air support up in the air, obviously it affects how you play because you try and stay more inside, you try and hide from the air support. When that's no longer a concern, it's amazing how free you can sort of move about. And I find that sort of the other team expect you. This guy gets out. And I find that the other team can sort of expect, when they've got air support out, they expect you to sort of be hiding and playing really cautiously. So when you're just running about freely, especially with a Riot Shield, it really throws them off. So I'd say Cold Blood is also a good, pretty good second perk to be using. However, lightweight's good for just getting about, and if you're really trying to play objectively, like I was here, and trying to just secure points and get the win and have as much map control as possible, then lightweight's a good thing as well. And obviously nobody's going to be getting a UAV at the very beginning of the match, which is why I tend to run lightweight, because cold blood is pretty redundant at that point. If anyone's UAVing me when no one's had a kill, then something's pretty up. So that's not going to happen. But anyways, you're seeing the gameplay now. We've got a pretty good lead. However, they've managed to cap B, which is quite annoying. Especially as I've been sort of camping next to it for the whole match, and they still managed to capture it. But we do a pretty good job of holding A and C in this game. However, B is definitely our main focus. Though they're sitting in the generators with claymores and stuff, which they're sort of entitled to do. We are. I think both teams understood in this match that no team was sort of grenade launching or UMPing or using commando or last stand or any of that garbage. But we were, both trying our hardest to win the match. And I think, although I did get just thumped there, which is pretty out of order. But what are you going to do? That's a testament how well Blast Shield works, by the way. But it's still better than nothing. And yeah, so we're finding that we're spawn trapped in C. Well, I'm doing the maths in my head and I'm going, wait, if we can just hold C for the rest of the match, we're still going to win. So I decided just to sit in C, because as I said, both teams were sort of understood that we were both trying to win the match. So I didn't really see it as camping. I mean, it is camping obviously, but I wanted to win, and I'm 12 and 10. I don't really care about my score too much either. I'm just not going to let them cap C, because I know if they cap C even for 5-10 seconds, that's going to mean that we're going to need to cap 2 points. So just hold the flag and do my job. And that's what I do for the rest of the match. I'll probably do die. I think I do die again, but whatever. Just want to talk about my channel very quickly. As you say, uploading at the moment has been a real pain. I haven't got anything to record with, and internet's sort of been a bit iffy in my house lately. Still trying to sort all that out. It's been a bit hectic too. Uni starts really soon, so I'm going to be doing my best. Basically, is what I'm saying. Money's a bit tight at the moment, so getting that adapter that I need to record is going to be tough. But I'm going to do my best, basically. In terms of gameplay that you can see elsewhere, I know that Toast the Ghost is going to be uploading a dual charge fairly soon of the two of us, so that's bound to be awesome. There are some pretty good clips in there. I'm not really a montage sort of guy. Like I watch them occasionally, and I do enjoy them, and I know a good clip when I see it. And as for myself, occasionally I run into some beast moments. I've been having a lot more beast moments since I stopped recording though. Oh my, the montage moments I've had since I stopped recording have really hurt me. But there's still quite a few good moments in this montage. It is going to be good. Simon's going to bring probably better stuff than I am, so hopefully should bring up the quality of a little bit. And there I die. And also I want to talk about a funtage that's on the Obsidian Miner, Dave's channel, which I recommend checking out. I'll leave the link to that in the description. It's just myself, Driz, and Dave mucking about on COD at the beginning, and then there's some Minecraft towards the end if that's what you're interested in. Pretty funny. We played COD for about 3 hours that night, and sort of with the intention of having just a good time running around with secondaries and stuff like that. By the end of the night, we all just hated life. None of us ever wanted to pick up this game again. Just getting tubed, and connection wasn't great and all that, and oh my god. But we actually had a pretty good time doing it. It was pretty good fun, and the video is quite funny, so I recommend checking that out. Anyway, so you see we managed to pull off the win at the very end, 200 to 184, so quite a tight game. I think this team lagged out or whatever. They said they lagged out, but they left basically after this game. What are you going to do? But it was a good match, and I did enjoy it. Hope you enjoyed the class. Hope you might try it out. Tell me what you think. It's really good for objective-based gameplay. You'll be surprised by how well it works. But yeah, see you later. Bye.